Righto, so we've just completed our lap around Australia, and we just wanted to have a little bit of a catch up at the end of it because we've done so much in an amazing period of time in 4 months. It's been an epic journey. It's been a lot of fun. We've done things we thought we would never do. We've seen places we thought we would never see. And as you can see here, we started all the way down here in Perth and we made our way all the way around across the top, all the way around and back down the bottom. And unfortunately, all good things come to an end, but we want to run through a couple of things and then we're going to run through some of our favourite choices. We're going to try and keep it as short as we can because otherwise we'll be here all night. But let's start at a couple of things. Average fuel consumption for the trip, 19.3 litres per 100 kilometres. Now, we did a total of 21,374 kilometres on our trip. 21,374 kilometres. That's a huge amount of kilometres travelled in a fairly short amount of time. We did lots of reviews on the Ford as well, so if you haven't seen those videos, jump onto those. In that amount of kilometres, we spent $8,402.21 on diesel and AdBlue as well, because we have to add AdBlue to our car. So $8,400 on fuel. Kids don't understand. This is the first time they're hearing these numbers.
Just on fuel though.
Just on fuel. Okay? It's pretty crazy. Now, on accommodation, now I've split that into 2 sections because we did cheat when we went on a cruise, which blew our accommodation budget out of the water. But if we take the cruise out of the picture, on accommodation, so we did stay in a hotel in Broome. We've done mainly a lot of caravan parks and a lot of upgrades to ensuite sites and little things like that. So accommodation in total came to $13,836. Now you can obviously spend a lot less than we have on accommodation. Can't really do much about fuel.
Yeah, but 120 days, it averages out to about $100 a night, 110.
Yeah, 120 nights. So we were away for 120 days, 119 nights in total. We did, so I did a calculation of how many places we stayed at for one night or more, basically, not towns that we just ventured into. We did 40 stays, so 40 different places we stayed in for at least one night or more. In WA, we stayed in WA for 26 nights, in Northern Territory for 10 nights, Queensland for 47 nights, New South Wales for 16 nights, and the ACT for 4 nights, and South Australia for 10 nights in total. So that is our 119 nights, 120 days. So that's some numbers for you. Now, just on a side note, I ran 304.7 kilometres throughout my journey. Wasn't half as much as I'd normally do, but it was really hard to keep up, and towards the end it got even harder. But it's something that I'm pretty proud of. So 304 kilometres, that's, some days we didn't even drive that much. So I did that over 4 months, but that's not much. Moving on from that, we do want to cover off on a couple of little things we really enjoyed. So Kel's got some things she wants to add to this.
Oh, I just had a few thoughts. We sort of started at dinner and then we cut it off because we started talking and we're like, oh, we should record ourselves. But anyway, so going around and we're going to do it quick, kids. Top 3. How did I start it?
So our top 3 stays.
So top 3 stays. Go, Amelia.
I'd probably go Whitsundays, Gold Coast, and what's it called? The one where we did the 4-wheel drive track.
So Flinders Ranges.
Yes.
Yep. Christian.
Same. Gold Coast, Whitsundays, Flinders Ranges.
Wow. All right.
Whitsundays, Canberra, Sydney, and yeah, Whitsundays, Canberra, Sydney. And
okay, that's good. What about you?
I think mine were Whitsundays. Whitsundays. I put Canberra in 3 and in 2. No, I didn't put Sydney in 2.
This could take a while.
Drum roll, please.
Broome was up there, and no, my top 3 stays. No, where else?
Okay, we'll come back to that. We'll go to mine. Mine was definitely Equestro, Gold Coast, and Whitsundays for me. So we all had Whitsundays in our top 3. It was a beautiful spot. Highly recommend that you get out there. What was the next one?
3 days.
Top 3 days. So it's individual day of doing things. Amelia.
I'd probably go. I mean, this wasn't really on a holiday, but we could go the cruise ship. I liked where we went to Kids Club and that, and the Gatsby night. That was the same day.
Yep. So that was one day. Yep.
Oh, the white night. Sorry.
Yep.
And my second 2 days were probably the SeaWorld. Oh no. Yeah, they were all SeaWorld Wet and Wild.
SeaWorld Wet and Wild, so Movie World area. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
so those days. Yep.
And did you have another one? No.
Oh, that covers
Yeah, my
a couple
technically
there.
fourth one was
Yeah.
that one, if you
All right, go Christian.
Yeah, easily. Movie World, the Great Barrier Reef, and the four driving range.
Yep.
I'm gonna go horse riding in Equestro, Parliament House meeting in Canberra, and Sydney Harbour Bridge climbing in Sydney.
All right, Kelly, have you got this one sorted?
I think so. Top day was definitely the bridge climb, the El Questro, but the Emma Gorge Zebedee Springs day. That was an epic day. And I liked Floriade in Canberra. That day we also did the museum straight afterwards. It was a killer day. And
You did Old Parliament House.
yeah, and then oh gosh,
That's
oh
3.
Charters Towers. The one day that, like, we loved Charters
Charles Towers was good. We
My
did gold
goodness,
panning
we
there.
did
If
not-
you saw that video.
we did not stop laughing. And Bundaberg was another. No, that was my fun
So
stuff.
that's 5 now. She's up.
Oh, no.
She's making up for the ones she didn't do before. My top 3 was definitely El Questro, horse riding with Jade, with Sunday's scuba diving out on the Great Barrier Reef, and I would also say Movie World was up there as well. It was a lot of fun. So, and the bridge climb, and it just endless. I mean, to try and put it into 3 days is very difficult, but there were so much things we did that was a lot of
Just
fun.
trying to do a bit of reflection. And then I did top 3 funnest days. So, like, I mean, you could have your best day, but where did we have the most fun? Most fun, Yeppoon. Gosh, Yeppoon, Bundaberg. My gosh, we laughed in Bundaberg. And Charters Towers were really, really fun. The Sydney, that was fun as well. And Barossa, and also Gold Coast was fun. And the cruise.
Oh no, the whole thing was fun by the sounds of it, so we'll just name the whole thing. So
This is stupid.
this area here is the best part to see, just around here.
What are we doing? I don't even know what this
What are we
highlight
doing?
package is.
Okay, just quickly, another highlight we talked about was caravan park ensuite sites. We've booked a few ensuite sites because I do like the luxury of having the extra space. Even though we have a toilet and shower on board, it is very, very handy to have. Ensuite sites, our favourite ensuite site, we talked about this, so I can say it for everybody, it was in Canberra at the Capital Country Holiday Park. The ensuite would have been nearly the size of our caravan,
Enormous.
and it was just magnificent, lots of space and a really big shower and good pressure, hot water, magnificent. Lots of good little ensuite sites, but that was by far the best and least expected. We also, I do want to ask, it was on the tip of my tongue, your no, I've lost it.
I have a little thing, but
You
I was
got
just,
another one?
I'm just looking at this, and it's interesting to watch. Oh, see, I've forgotten Tom Price, how fun that was too. And Bullera Station was fun. My goodness.
Gympie.
But
Gympie
Gympie
Music
Muster.
Muster. Yeah,
Anyway,
that was great.
That was loud. Our step count was huge. Huge step count, huge step count, huge step count, huge step count. We just didn't stop moving. Then we got to about here.
I reckon once we got to a boat, we stopped moving.
We got to
Yeah,
about here. Oh, there's the boat
boat.
there. And
Yeah.
then our step count went very... we picked it up again probably around Canberra. We were very active in Canberra.
We were active in Sydney as well.
But here we definitely... We definitely...
Barossa Valley.
Yeah,
Sat
towards
down
the end.
into winery. Sat down into winery. Sat
Yes.
down into winery.
Yes.
Chocolate.
We were also active in Sydney when we did the bridge climb.
Yeah, but
Okay,
that was
so-
just fun to note. Like, it was just a different style of holiday as we
That
went
is,
around.
covers some of our highlights. All of our highlights are in the videos, and we've spent, you know, when I did the videos, the idea was to make it authentic, make it rustic. There's no Photoshop editing. There's no,
No,
you
we
know,
don't know
checking
what we're
and
doing.
testing and looking and everything like that. I wanted to do it fast and efficiently so that I didn't waste my time, basically, so we can enjoy most of our time together rather than sitting on, you know, it does take time to do a video, but the
Just a
purpose
visual
behind
diary.
them is a visual diary. So maybe somebody else can see something on there that they thought was pretty cool, they'd want to go and see. For friends and family to go, that's really cool, wouldn't mind going to do that myself one day. I'm glad they're having a great time, but also hints and tips and little ideas along the way. So we've covered off, you know, 21,000 kilometres in a very short period of time.
And we've done
The
when
only,
you look at it.
the only thing we would say is there's never no time that's not good enough. If it's 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 4 months, 2 months, 6 months, 12 months, you're going to love every minute of it, and recommend you go and do it. Figure out a way to do it. We were lucky enough to have some time off work and be able to do it and go back to work, which we're not looking forward to, but that's the reality of life. But all in all, we've had a phenomenal time. We've all learnt something new along the way, and I drove every kilometre on my own.
He did.
With a big passenger, not a big passenger, it was a small passenger when we started.
The passenger has increased in size, but anyway, he actually
Just
drove
kidding.
every
Just
single.
kidding.
No, we're not. The jeans are very tight.
So I can say I've officially
Actually driven all around
Australia.
But like we were saying the other night, hand on our hearts, we never went to bed one night and says, gosh, that day sucked. Like there was not one day that we didn't do something, achieve something, whether that was just, you know,
Something
Christian
small.
pulling out the barbecue and cooking up dinner and playing cards, or, you know, just chilling on the bed watching telly, right up into climbing mountains, you know, going up gorges and jumping in what do you call them, waterfalls. That we just, yeah, it's just been incredible and so lucky. That's
We are
what it
very
comes down
grateful,
to.
and we will hope to do many more trips, and maybe we can entertain others with more videos, but we'll see as we go, as time goes on. But for now, hooroo.
Hooroo.
Thank you. That was harder than it needed to
Sorry.
But look at all this, like we have not even
be. Touched it.
Oh,
not
yeah,
even,
no.
because I thought that we came a little bit higher than this, but all this area here, we didn't even.
Yeah,
just
but
We'll
not
get out
even
and go
here.
for one day too.
But like even like the Tamworth area
Oh, let me
and
turn the videos off.
all this, but yeah, 5
Move.
videos.
No. Oh, yeah.
Woo-woo.
To be honest, whoever hosted it was a ton of subscribers.